Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Bahak Yadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching His truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh by Shema Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called black Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, or so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some random videos of random news of stuff going on around the world. Gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability. Say whatever God say through spirit and power. Yahweh by Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Krahak Badash, Lord willing to be on me. Let's get it.
This is Dabu7, sharing with you here exclusive clips from our trip to Area 51, looking down into the base and...
Wait a minute, nigga. I know it's fuzzy. There ain't no fucking way these niggas can get that close footage of any building, facility, hangar on Area 51. I'm like, I don't know how is it set up. Let's just say it's in the center. And there's a perimeter where nobody from the outside can enter unless they travel 10 to 12 miles. I think it's 10 to 15 miles of distance. Let's just give it 15 miles. 15 miles into Area 51. That's like entering to another fucking city. Or out of a city into another city. Sort of. Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, nigga, Dabu, you full of fucking shit, nigga.
capturing
You full of shit.
some crazy stuff.
But they can't say that Esau got some shit. But Dabu, you full of shit. Come on, bro. Let me look that up. Now, how much distance does people have to see the center of Area 51? 26 miles. Shit, it says the closest distance citizens can get to the center of Area 51 is 26 miles, because it is in a highly restricted military facility. Government boundaries are restricted. Are strictly enforced. So why the hell how these niggas? I thought it was more than that. So I guess 26. They expanded that shit. The last time I heard was like 10 to 15 miles, but now 26. I don't know. Anyway, Dabu, you full of shit.
That we can't explain, that goes into the UAP UFO category, and it was never independently clipped and shared out there. And I want you guys to be aware of what's going on inside of Area 51. Our trip, in broad daylight, we filmed all this stuff. On the right, you can see off Spiro's feed a large cigar-shaped UAP UFO that comes into the frame. On the left, off of my feed, in front of a separate hangar, there were multiple objects shimmering, and you'll see that as well. And they do the opposite than what the cigar does. The cigar just kind of materializes, and then the one on the left, it starts spinning right as we're getting...
Yeah, basically they trying to get the same technology as what the Lord have with his angels piloting it. And first off, they don't have technology that's out of this world. They're getting technology that's from the heavens. Yeah, the Lord is allowing him to get some kind of technology, but they're not getting this shit straight up. Like, there's no such thing as a chariot crashing. Fuck no. Chariots don't need oil change or change they spark plugs or they glow plugs, or need to change the alternator, or change the fuel filter, purge the damn fuel regulator for the diesel engine. No, they ain't gotta do all that bullshit.
getting ready to leave, and then just vanishes, dematerializes. And you'll see all this here in these clips. Now pay attention to right down here in this area. Right here, you're going to see the cigar just start to materialize. It's either pushed out from a hangar behind it, something behind it, or it just starts to form, as you're seeing. And it was some of the wildest stuff
God damn, Dabu, what kind of fucking shit is this?
that we caught on the trip, and it's worth
This little shit, look. What the fuck kind of foot? You this nigga filming with a potato? Shit.
everyone seeing. And look, you can
Like a rotten potato.
see the light shimmering off of the edge of it. It has a shadow underneath of it. There's no wheels. There's nothing else touching the ground. This is a true
What is this, nighttime? I don't know.
cigar sitting right outside of the hangar at Area 51.
Oh my goodness, you're full of shit. Anyway, let's get to the next video. Boy, I can't say that Esau doesn't have shit, because he does have some technology, but his damn show ain't out of this world. It's of this world. The technology this nigga have is of this world, and they gonna get blown out of this world when the Lord shows hit the host of the angels. Blow this nigga out of the sky, out of the water, out of the land, out of everywhere. Just blow this nigga to kingdom come with that the little bullshit they got. Next video. Dabu, you full of shit.
Selling on eBay is so easy. I listed your earring.
Okay, take
Artificial intelligence runs on silicon chips. But what if computers could use actual human brain cells instead? Now, that's a question researchers in Australia are trying to answer with a new type of biological computer that combines living human neurons with traditional computing hardware.
Oh, I had talked about this shit before. Talking about using human brains to keep AI, power AI data centers or some shit. Man.
Well, the technology has
Now these niggas talking about some human brain cells. Human brain, what is this? Australian researchers train human brain cells to play Doom. Which one? The classic Doom? Was it the Doom 2, Doom 3? Internal Doom? The Dark Ages. Whatever.
already been trained to play video games, including Doom, but researchers say its potential application
And pretty much funny, they training brain cells to play a game called Doom. Yeah, it's most certainly gonna be Doom for the world. This devil keep ruling the world. Shit. Doom. It's gonna be doom and gloom. Shit. Well, it's doom and gloom already. It won't get doom and gloom. But shit. Anyway.
could extend far beyond gaming into healthcare, drug discovery, and
Healthcare, really? More like fucking destroying your ass.
machine learning. Here's the story.
Australian researchers have developed a biological computer that uses living human brain cells grown on a silicon chip. The technology has been created by biotech company Cortical Labs, which is studying how human neurons can be integrated with computing systems. These so-called biological computers contain around 200,000 living human brain cells. The cells are grown from stem cells derived from blood donations and are connected to a specialized computer chip known as CL1.
The CL1 system interfaces biology and silicon computing using electricity as a shared language. We pattern that electricity to input information into the cultures and then decode the electrical activity of these neural cells to try and get an answer.
Researchers have now trained these brain cells to play the classic 1990s first-person shooter game,
What the fuck is this shit?
Doom.
They're playing this Doom. It's a modded version.
The experiment
What the fuck?
follows earlier tests where the same technology was trained to play the simple game Pong. In Doom, the neurons are exposed to a much more complex digital environment that requires exploration, movement, and targeting. Initially, the cells perform
Man, I swear I seen a movie where they had actual human, I wouldn't say a conscience. They took somebody's DNA and put it inside. Oh yeah, it was Black Mirror. They took somebody's DNA and put it inside of a simulator. Some kind of simulator with a whole bunch of people this guy didn't like at his job. And they all inside the simulator, and they're like Star Trek type shit. I don't know if it's similar to this, but kind of sort of is. It's some harebrained, crazy, wacky ass shit. Anyway.
like a beginner player struggling to understand the game environment. Over time, researchers observed the neurons adapting to the digital stimuli and improving their responses. The cells started moving through the game world more effectively and were able to target enemies more regularly.
There's a range of tasks that we've explored, everything from classic Pong to people now doing Doom and Pokemon, even interfacing them with LLMs. But to me as a scientist, the most remarkable thing is to see the beauty of these biological structures able to reorganize themselves and show a rudimentary form of intelligence with such simple structures and yet with such powerful results.
To make this possible, researchers converted the game environment into patterns of electrical signals that the brain cells could understand. When different events occur inside the game, such as an enemy appearing, electrical signals are sent to the neurons through electrodes on the chip.
From this tiny little chip to the computer, connected by these electrodes, and then a programmer can never even have to look at these from the cloud and do some Python.
Did they get this nigga God mode and some infinite ammo? Because this nigga shooting a lot of this ammunition out. I forgot. I think the pistols are. I don't know. Now they don't have like infinite shoot. You used to play some of them games. They got the base. Your primary weapon be a pistol. It'll have infinite rounds. Now I forgot. Doom don't have infinite rounds on the pistol. They all don't run out of ammunition.
In code and program.
Run out of ammunition, then you gotta use your punching power, your punching and shit.
Them and send in
melee and shit. What kind of Doom? Yeah, this is a modified Doom.
Parents and see how they respond, and if you can actually teach them to play games like we've shown, or learn other types of tasks and do some cool computation that way.
Different patterns of neuron activity can produce actions such as moving left, moving right, or firing a weapon. The research team uses this data to adjust input signals and train the cells to respond more effectively. The experiment shows that biological neural systems can learn from real-time feedback and complete goal-based tasks.
Our neural cultures have been explored for a variety of tasks, including robotics, real-time learning tasks that are similar to AI, as well as healthcare, medicine, disease modeling, drug screening, and even personalized medicine.
The CL1 chip is not designed only for gaming experiments. Cortical Labs says that the same technology could be used in areas such as drug testing, disease modeling, healthcare research, and machine learning systems. Unlike traditional artificial intelligence systems that...
Alright, man, enough of this bullshit. Psalm chapter 64, verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares previously. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity's sin on top of sin. Just keep on building up more and more. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. So they try so hard to master something they can't really. How can I say it? They trying to reach a status of godlike abilities, and it's like they trying to merge man with machine in a way, but except there's no human man. It's just human brain cells, and I guess the AI is trying to figure out how the brain cells work so they can actually master the brain. I don't know, man. I can tell you, they're doing this and they need to fucking stop. The only way they're gonna stop it when Yahweh Shah returns. I'm about tired of this monkey ass shit. These niggas keep going on with these crazy ass experiments, man. We all gonna die. Where you going? Oh, you getting tired of me talking? Well, you can get the hell on outside too. Get your butt on. Hold on. Yeah, get on out there. Let's get to the next one.
Here's a disturbing story out of the Netherlands, where we now learn that a 12-year-old was euthanized, yes, put to death, 2 years after the country removed the age limit. And we only learned about this 1 year after they put the child to death because they had to report it to their House of Representatives. The Dutch government legally euthanized for severely ill children allows now between the ages of 1 and 12. They legalized this back in 2024. In other words, a 1-year-old or a 3-year-old can just be put to death by the government. Of course, Canada is ground zero for assisted suicides. Like, no one does a bigger job of exporting suicide than Canada. It leads the world in this demonic practice. Canada has, in a 2023 parliamentary report, began suggesting that mature minors, whatever that means, be allowed to be put to death. And then the College of Physicians in 2025 was reported saying we should extend it to babies, 0 to 1 years old, because they can speak for themselves. 0? Which the Netherlands already do. So the Netherlands already allows this madness. Canada is on the same path as the Netherlands, of course. They need to catch up. Kelsey Sheeran is the author of Do No Harm and the host of the Kelsey Sheeran Perspective, and she's perhaps the leading voice on trying to stop this demonic practice in the country of Canada. Kelsey, welcome to the show. Great to see you again.
Thank you guys for having me back. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure, and congrats on your newborn. It's hard to think that, you just had a baby, and it's hard. Can you imagine? I just can't wrap my head around the idea that the government would say, you know what, this baby can speak for itself. We think it's time to put this baby down. What do you think about this?
I actually just had this conversation with my husband last night because I can't help but look at her and then see the fight that we're fighting right now and understand that there is so much more to this, and the people that are involved in pushing this they're not just demonic. These people don't have children themselves. These people aren't happy. These people are
Some of them do.
overweight. These people have no purpose.
And they raising their children to be just as wicked as them. Yep. There's that scripture doing, I don't know if I have it, about how comparing like the, was it the ancient church, was it Canaanites sacrifice? Let me see if I can find it. Scripture about Canaanites sacrificing children and eating flesh. I forgot that. Scriptures about Canaanites sacrificing children and eating flesh. That's what these devils are doing. I think it was Canaanite. The Canaanites. Regarding the history of Canaan, the son among the people sacrificed their sons and their daughters to the demons. The blood of their That's probably what it is anyway. What's all this? I just want to go. I have to move this out the way. Let's get back to the video.
The only purpose they have is trying to end more lives of vulnerable individuals. And even just this week, some of the stories that I'm going to be breaking on some upcoming shows that I can't quite discuss yet are going to blow people's minds around coercion and individuals in our healthcare facilities forcing individuals towards a path. And people will say that's not happening, but we have several reports of this. And when we look at children, you said it, babies can't make this decision, but doctors can coerce, individuals who are struggling with the idea of their child being unwell or their child going through temporary periods of suffering. But when I look at her, the idea that...
You know damn well Eve don't have no... That, hey, a lot of these Eves ain't gonna hesitate alpha their babies. Because they has been grown or trained to be that damn wicked. Anyway. We learn it from this devil, though. Anyway.
This is even happening and has happened now is really disturbing. Now, the Netherlands is the forefront leader of this, obviously not in the death count itself. Canada takes the cake with almost 8% of those, in Quebec being, the tip of the spear, killing the most people in the world in one single province. That's looking at a state, right? So for those that don't know that I'm Canadian, we have provinces, America has states, and this isn't just a Canadian issue. In the new book I wrote that will be coming out in March, Do No Harm, we took a heavy look at America and the 13 states and one jurisdiction expanded rapidly with compassion and choices, stating emphatically they want over 50% of the American population living in states that euthanize, and you already have so many doing it. So most people are unaware of that. Yes, it's for track one, but I like to make people very clear, understanding that track one is how Canada manipulated its population into accepting the killing program. And that's now what's happening here. And it was the same with the Netherlands and every other nation. Now, the Netherlands story is really important to pay attention to because the Netherlands, this child, was under the age of 12. We don't actually know the age of this child. It would have been between 1 and 12 for sure. The reports that we have right now is that this was a terminally ill child. And this is where it gets a little sketchy because the minister, Sophie Hermans herself of the Public Health Committee, wrote a letter to Parliament. And not only that, is the assessment committee has reviewed this case itself, and they have passed an assessment to the Public Prosecution Service. Now, that's important to note because this doctor is going to be looked at, and they're going to decide whether, now this is post the child being killed and murdered, okay? So nothing can be done. But what can be looked at is whether this doctor actually followed what is considered the law. Now, the assessment will be done, but like I just stated, if they deem that this doctor did not follow through on what they should have, the child is already dead. So there is nothing that can be done. And why this is so important is because we have the same policy in Canada. We have the May Death Review Committee that is spoken about recently on several different shows, and they are looking at post-mortem. So they are looking at whether people have been killed wrongfully. And what we do know now is that there were 400 non-compliant cases that the Ontario Coroner Report found alone in 1 year. Now, that's important to know.
400 non-compliant?
What does that mean?
Yeah, non-compliant means, well, exactly what you think. They didn't qualify. They were coerced. We had an individual that had this thing called chemical sensitivity. Now, she was then not able to get housing, so she was mated. We had a lady who was obese. She was mated. We had some homeless people who were mated. Now, we need to...
Of course, homeless people, shit, they want to get them out of the picture for the new order. They don't want to see homeless people out on the streets. And hell, a lot of us going to be homeless. We ain't push this chip implant. They definitely going to want us dead if you don't get that chip.
using the term MAID, because MAID is what I discuss in my new book is a way that the death cult community has gotten individuals to believe that we should be accepting medical murder. This is medical murder. This is where you walk into an office where a doctor puts in 2 IVs, floods your body with so much poison, and you die. Now, we hope you die quickly, but we do...
That's some Dr. Kevorkian shit. And you know, now, that nigga dead. That nigga, when he died. Let's look up Dr. Kevorkian. Dr. Kevorkian. Yeah, he gotta be Esau in 2011. Yeah, that nigga was old, bro. Yeah, he had locked his ass up around, I think, the 90s. And then, shit. Hey, I mean, people, they feel like they wanted to die. They go to him, and he'd be like, hey, there goes your poison. Oh, yeah, that's a nigga for you. He said he had 130 patients that in anyway. Well, he died at 83. Oh, whatever.
Have recent new cases that have come out, and I'm sure you guys
now this shit is pretty much legal for the state to do.
Heard it in the media, where individuals have been halfway through the process and started screaming, "Help me."
Oh.
We have had doctors, Dr. James McLean in Ontario, who only got a slap on the wrist, who is still allowed to practice MAID, who actually did not bring all of the drugs to a procedure recently, and the patient was deemed deceased. He left. The patient woke up. The family members had to go.
Oh yeah, I remember. I had talked about that shit. It was in Canada.
Tell the doctor, and then he had to come back in to finish the job. Now,
we gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. Damn, then see, this is what happened when the earth is ruled by wicked ass people. Goodness gracious.
there's a doctor in Westmont Family Clinic in London, Ontario. I say the name of it so people can.
Yeah, this world is full of death, man. Esau is the goodness gracious.
Stay away from it.
Alright, let me end this video. And they talking about children too, so let me get it. This is like from Canada. Hey, Canada ain't no damn different from America. Shit. Let me see if I can find something. What is it, Deuteronomy? Is this the right out? No, I don't trust this this website. Let's read Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 30 through 31 NLT. Do not fall into the trap of following their customs. Talking about these heathens. Speaking of you Israelites, matter of fact, where this part at, if you don't believe it, speaking of the Israelites, here we go. God, who the world in the call, was Yahweh. Yahweh warns the Israelites not to what you call that word? God damn, how you pronounce that word?
Imitate.
Imitate, yeah. Imitate the religious practices of the God damn, how you pronounce it? Let me just go ahead and read this. Their customs and worship their gods. Do not inquire about their gods, saying, how do these nations worship their gods? Want to follow their example? You must not worship the Lord of their God the way the other nations worship their gods. For they perform for their gods every detestable act. So they'll be murdering children, eating flesh, gotta screw an animal, do all kind of weird shit for their god. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, orgy parties and all this other shit. This says, for they form for their gods every detestable act, and it's every detestable act, anything you could probably think of, if you can, things that are considered an abomination, act that the Lord Yahweh hates. They even burn their sons and daughters as sacrifices to their gods. And look what's going on today with abortions. You can have, if you want, that's considered a sacrifice. If you want to, I guess what they say, if you worthy to be put to death. you want to commit suicide. They got some legal specialist, or expert of doing so, and then the state required, all that stupid shit. Let's get to the next one. It's crazy, man. It's wild, man. Let me get to the next one. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech. That bull, that Molech, that burning bull, or some crazy looking shit that is on fire. Yeah, there you go. Molech put the baby in the fire, and boo, it makes a noise. No, that's one of them that's like a bull. Yeah, they're not on fire inside of the contraption. The fire is underneath the belly of the contraption of the bull. So they getting cooked inside, and eventually they'll be on fire. But yeah, they'll be making like a noise that sound like a bull. That's the crazy thing. It's not this shit. But matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. The torture device bull. I'll just look that up. Yeah, the torture device bull. Yeah, here you go. Worst punishment. Your ass is inside the bull and the fire's on the outside and you getting cooked in that motherfucker. And when more you making a noise, like it's you screaming, it makes some kind of the guy who the guy who invented this shit, he made it where it makes that bull noise, like sound like a bull. And he got tricked. He got killed in his own contraption because the king, who he showed this to a certain king, and the king told him get inside there. He told him get inside there, and he got inside there, and the king tricked his ass and lit that bitch on fire, and shit, he got fucked up. Yep. So the creator of that torture device made his own demise. And then I think certain people put the king in that bitch and killed his ass that way. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, back to Molech. This damn demon. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God, Yahweh. I am the Lord, Yahweh. Yeah. This shit here. Let's continue on. Let me get one more. What is it? Psalm chapter 106. Let's get 106 verse 37, verse 38. Yeah, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, on whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Yeah. We got to get out of here. I guess next video, yeah. Because I ain't going to keep playing it.
This is a warning to all Americans and everyone paying attention worldwide that the powers that ought not be are coming for your health, your food, and your environment. And they will stop at nothing to protect their corporate profits while poisoning you in the process. Supreme Court sides with Monsanto in case over cancer risks from weed killer Roundup. That's right, guys. SCOTUS just legalized the poisoning of Americans. Glyphosate immunity is now a death sentence for the U.S. In a 7-2 decision, the Supreme Court of the United States has granted Bayer, the company that owns Monsanto, near total legal immunity for their flagship poison, Roundup, and its main ingredient, glyphosate. The court decided that because the EPA approved the product, that federal stamp of approval overrides state laws and strips victims their ability to sue the company for failing to warn about the dangers. So they're literally telling every farmer, every consumer, and every family, go ahead, spray this probable carcinogen everywhere. And if it gives you cancer, tough luck. There's no recourse because the feds approved it. Glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup, has been classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer since 2015. And it's not just used to kill weeds. Farmers are spraying it.
It's used to kill you. Oh, and I paused the video 1 minute 44 seconds. I'll praise It's meant to kill you and everybody. Mainly targeting you Israelites. Yeah. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And meanwhile, be honest with you right now, you don't see me. I'm playing this video, I'm drinking a damn Pepsi. And it's just like, why did I grab this damn thing? Anyway.
As a desiccant on crops like wheat, oats, lentils, and barley right before harvest so that they dry out faster. That means the residues end up directly in the food supply, in your cereal, your bread, your canola, and yes, even your beer. Bayer has already been hit with massive lawsuits. They've paid out billions in settlements over claims that Roundup's exposure caused non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and other cancers. But now, with this ruling, the floodgates of accountability have been slammed shut. Now the court says, too bad. Federal approval of the poison overrides your right to know and overrides your right to sue. So they just told every American, you can be poisoned by corporate chemicals and there's nothing you can do about it. The corporations win and you lose your health, potentially your life, and your day in court. Profits over lives, folks. Pure and simple. And for them, it's the perfect cycle. Bayer sells the poison, Big Pharma treats the cancer, and the system keeps chugging along while the population gets weaker and sicker. But the fact of the matter is, this isn't incompetence. This is by design. This is the depopulation agenda disguised as agriculture. This is slow motion.
Meanwhile, you know what? Damn. Meanwhile, the Hebrew Israelites are the worst thing in the world. No, we're called the black Hebrew Israelites, which we're not black, and we have so-called Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians. We got people that look like bro right here, look like a so-called white person or Edomite that's preaching and teaching as a Hebrew Israelite. But still, we're being labeled as black Hebrew Israelites, and we're considered to be the worst thing in the fucking world. Down there want to line us up as being terrorists. But we just speaking the truth. Meanwhile, the real true terrorists are poisoning your freaking food, but we're targeted as the enemy. Make that make sense, bruh. How can we be looked at as the worst people in the world, the most hated people in the world, but then you got these niggas here deliberately poisoning your fucking food and saying, eat up, drink up, whatever, fuck, get fucked up. But meanwhile, we're telling you this stuff is happening, but oh man, you're evil. You Hebrew Israelites are racist. You're evil. You're dead. Meanwhile, all these motherfuckers that poison your food are Edomites, motherfucking so-called white folk, Jewish baby dick sucking, foreskin eating niggas. Anyway.
Chemical warfare on society. The same global elitists who rigged the financial system now control the food system and the courts because they want you dependent, diseased, and docile. 9 states, like Iowa, Missouri, Idaho, Florida, and others, already said no to these industry-backed immunity bills. They saw the danger, but SCOTUS bypassed democracy and just imposed this from the bench. Last year, I warned you that this was coming in my video. While they spray glyphosate over the woods, Bayer attempts to limit its legal liability. I showed how they're spraying it in forests and over our woods while quietly lobbying to cap their exposure. And just a few days ago, I showed you how the Canadian cabinet power is overriding health with this Bill C-30 emergency. Politicians can now approve banned toxic pesticides that Health Canada rejected. If you haven't seen these guys, make sure you check them out. I'll leave a link for those in the description. And here we are. They keep spraying while stacking the legal debt. So the question now is, what the heck do we do about this? Well, here's the part they don't want you to hear. You still have a choice. You don't have to eat their poison. You can switch to...
Oh man, shut up. Just like you have a choice when it comes to digital ID. Nigga, please. Well, guess what? They gonna cut your ass off. They gonna cut you. Gonna have to live without it. But hey, if you got the Lord on your side, which a lot of these people don't know the Lord ain't bothered with their ass. Guess what? They shit out of luck. And I pray the Lord have mercy on me. You better do the same for yourself, cause talking about some opting out. Yeah, you can opt out, but you wanna pray like heaven, the Lord be with you when you opt out. Shit, cause it's gonna get rough.
Certified organic, especially grain.
But like, soon that shit won't even exist. There won't be no such thing as all that. Oh, and I paused the video at 4 minutes and 41 seconds. I'll praise you about Shema Shah, the water about Shema Shah. Soon that shit won't even, organic won't even be existing anymore.
Oats and legumes. You have to grow your own food if you can.
Yeah, if you can. And shit, the earth gonna be so fucked up. The air gonna be fucked up. The water gonna be, and water. That's when I get started. When they gonna be so-called a water shortage, a drought. Yeah. I remember a little dumb little nigga talking about some. Well, if it's gonna be a shortage, I can drive to the beach and get some water. Nigga, the beach is like fucking 300 miles away from here, nigga. What the fuck? You gonna just go over there and get... There's some salt water, too. Get your dumb ass out of here. These young niggas are fucking retarded. They dumb as hell, man. I hate these motherfuckers. They need a great reset on these niggas, man. So that then they can be in their right mind when they be reincarnated. Anyway, I'm getting tired of seeing this nigga talking about you can opt out. Get real, nigga. Where we at? Opt out, man, please. Ezekiel, we need a... Yeah, the Lord gonna opt us out of here. I hope and pray I'll be one of them. Opt us out of this hell. Shit. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 12. And, no, 13. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thou shalt the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whither I would drive them. Life will sake. The God dang, man. What the... Yeah, let me stop. Let me stop. You get what I'm trying to say. This place is jacked up. Let me get to this one, too. This place is jacked up, bro. We gonna be jacked up. We continue living here eating this shit. And man, we try to do the best we can do. And we can, not everybody can afford the finest organic food we used to eat back in the damn 60s, 70s, and the 80s, and then the 90s. Well, in the 90s they start flipping that shit, turning into Frankenstein food. But hell, that was like back in the 80s, you know, I guess that was about almost the end of actual real food to eat. And then these niggas ramped up. The dumber the people got, the more nasty or polluted the food became. And more demonic than them these devils became. Shit. Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. What else I got? Oh yeah, we keep living here. We all gonna be dead. Let me get there. No flesh be saved. Matthew chapter 24 verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days be short, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect say, them days shall be shortened. Oh man. Even the food is toxic or either shit, we gonna come to the point where there's gonna be absolute famine. And you won't be able to get no food.
Don't just take classes. Take charge. Start your comeback today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
You know that friend who's a naturally gifted athlete? In the compact SUV world, that's the must.
Spending so much money on wars across the planet, they're now going to begin taxing you on things you haven't even sold. If it goes up in value and you're still holding it, you're going to get a tax bill. The repricing of energy is ongoing as well, so get used to an entirely new world with new rules. Starting off here with the population map of the planet, you need to ask yourself, and many have been, why are all these billionaires moving down to the southern hemisphere? Well, only 13% of the world's population resides there, meaning you can leave the other 87% behind, and all of that land is free for the taking, just saying. You know how it is when one policy starts as a test bed, a hot test in one location, whether it be Canada or Australia or Europe, it is then going to sweep around the world. And we've seen the same thing with websites. Now you need to click that little box and consent to the cookies. That all started in Europe. Now it's a global thing. We're seeing it everywhere. Age identification started in Canada. Now it's going everywhere. So here's what's next on the map for you to look out. Europe taxes money you haven't even made or cashed out on yet. So the Netherlands is the very first one. Again, they always test these out in smaller nations first to see if they can roll it out somewhere larger. Netherlands plans to tax up to 36% gains on things you've only seen on the screen. So if you bought a house for $100,000, and it goes up to $200,000, you didn't sell the house, you just have it, it went up in value, you're gonna owe 36% on that $100,000 that you made. So here's your $36,000 tax bill. And also, trading anything, apparently beyond crypto and stocks or whatever you would trade, they want a 0.1% or 0.1% tax on every crypto trade, as you sell it and as you buy it. So your minimum.
Be the time everything go digital. I had to walk away, so I didn't even hear the beginning of the, well, some part of the beginning of the video. I heard the very first part of like 10 seconds of it, and I walked away.
Minimum 0.2% in and out. That's exactly what the exchanges will charge.
Yeah, and they gonna get it, especially when they go in digital. And if you, whatever.
So get ready for higher bills on that. And how do you think you would live your life if you have to pay taxes on things you haven't even sold that just go up in value because you're at the right place at the right time? If you get a $36,000 tax bill because your land and property went up $100,000 in, say, since COVID time, what would you do with that? Well, you would probably sell, but then you get a capital gains tax on the same that you would sell. So it's almost beneficial if you just sell it because the capital gain is going to be the same. You don't know next year if your property is going to go up or down in value. You don't know if that asset's going to go up and down in value. All you know is you're getting a tax bill for it, and how are you going to pay? If you land a $36,000 bill in my box, in my email box, or in my post box, I'm going to shake my head and go, I don't know how I'm going to pay this except sell something. And again, you're going to be happy. You're going to own nothing. Speaking of taxes, in America we got a heap ton of taxes. That's a polite way to say it. But look at France, 348 different types of taxes. 3 times what Denmark has, but Denmark's the one that's going to be starting the new capital gains tax. And if you go all the way to the bottom of the list there, that's Estonia. I'm wondering why people are moving over there. Lithuania, Estonia. Yeah, because they have less taxes and cost of living is lower too. You're just right next to the Russian front though. So what do you think American taxes are going to move to try to pay for this war? Already some tallies are in. It's at least 80 billion plus what we're seeing with the fuels, and this is going to continue to go up. Everything agriculture-wise, food price-wise. So as we move forward, then what do you think taxes will be? Where do you think they're going to raise the taxes to pay for everything we just spent in the last, say, 4 months on this debacle that we are trying to extricate ourselves from? Xville's going to have a tax with it. And speaking of Russia, the EU is going to ban purchases and consumption of Russian fish. That'll teach them a lesson, including cod. Poor little cod caught in the middle. Finally, we're addressing one of the last major sectors that hasn't been hit by sanctions so far, fisheries. So I wonder if the Americans can pull that in and get cheap fish because the fish feed went up so high in price that farm-raised fish is now far more expensive than it was because ocean fleets couldn't get out because of the diesel. Do you think we will get happy fish from Russia? We shall see.
73 miles off the coast of Antarctica, and water's so clean they're virtually untouched by human pollution, lives a tiny
in the Donbass, and from the tree shattered branches rolls out a tiny bird nest made of drone fiber optic cables.
What? Shit, hey, that's all they got. Damn.
Now, I had seen an entire field covered with these cables before. It almost looked like spider webs moving around in the wind, but it was an entire field full of the cables from those autonomous drones and different weapon systems that came out fly-by-wire. Nature is beautiful, and I think we've mimicked that to an extent, and now it is...
Damn polluted and shit. They making hell. These animals making it out of that shit.
Is part of the new landscape. I wonder how farm machinery is going to grind through all the fiber optics to plant that, and how healthy the soil will be with plastics and optic cables churned into it.
Man, that's why we need the Lord, man. Oh, man. Need that fire. I don't even know if it's going to be hot, fervent heat fire in it. Wherever this is at. I don't know. Probably somewhere where it's like war going on. Yeah. And they blowing up all these damn drones and shit.
Speaking of churning, had a chance to go down to the Dragon Boat races this weekend in Kaohsiung.
Do they have the robots on the boats?
In southern Taiwan. And this is when the season transitions into incredible heat season. So the planting is finished. Now it just waits for the heat to take.
Well, no, they don't have the ones of the...
And the fruit comes.
Yeah, they don't have the robots in these bitches. I think that was in China.
This is
they do the same fucking shit. They the same damn people. The Taiwanese and the Chinese, they same damn people.
Time when there's a lot of different festivities to power up for what you need to.
Suckers be rowing. Anyway, I don't want to play no more. With solar panels, what is this about?
Addition there, that's us coming this year with the most solar ever. Look at China. 336 terawatts. Like, we just rolled over a significant milestone at 86 terawatts. But that came in at 336 terawatts. China running away with it. Those who have the energy control the future of the world.
All right, whatever. Speaking of solar panels, let's see what this video about.
In Havana, the power keeps cutting out, but not the music. Facing the blackouts, Cubans have found their own way around them.
Jake find all kind of ways to improvise. Shit.
When the regular power goes out, we switch over to the panels.
Thanks to its solar panels, this restaurant can, unlike many others, keep working.
Because of these power cuts, cinemas and many other things haven't worked in a long time.
With just 1 or 2 hours of power a day, the country survives on alternative solutions. Fuel is scarce too, so more and more Cubans are getting around on motorized tricycles, shared rides.
They're not technically getting power from the panels. They got to have some kind of a device. The panel job is just to charge, collect the sunlight, convert it into energy, you know, to use it and charge it, to charge up your device. But the device, you got like a battery hooked up to an inverter. You got to have a charge controller that's hooked up to the solar panels, all that shit.
Run on hybrid or fully.
Either you have like something that's all together, to have it all together like a solar power generator or whatever.
Electric power.
I want to call it solar power generator, just a big ass damn battery bank.
These are made in China, and thanks to them, people are getting by.
This parking lot located near a hospital has power around the clock. Drivers come here to rent outlets and charge their tricycles.
We plug it in here. As you can see, there are several breakers. We can fit 4.
You mean to tell me these people are considered to be terrorists? No, what they getting right now, these Israelites here in Cuba, they mostly Manassas. And you got Ephraim over there in Puerto Rico. They're getting their asses kicked because the Lord is putting the spirit on Esau to be a fucking devil, to go after you tribes, no matter where you at.
To fight bikes here.
This isn't new.
And the Lord is really kicking y'all asses with earthquakes, blackouts, all kind of shit. And it's
Cuba
not even over.
has long survived shortages through the resourcefulness of its people.
See, they might be next getting an earthquake, you know? Shit, I ain't no telling.
This is a Cuban invention that slowly gained.
Oh goodness gracious! This nigga about to put a solar panel on top of his cart. I guess so.
Gaining ground.
Domestic solar panels are fitted onto tricycles to run them on solar power.
This is a 615-watt panel. It gives the tricycle more range, so it never gets stranded with no charge.
But you gotta have something to regulate that shit, man. You just can't put power into the damn thing. And does he have something to charge it? I don't know what Jake thinking of doing. I hope he don't blow his shit up or fry a battery.
Laura and her fiancé have just bought this vehicle. It will be their livelihood, carrying passengers for work.
I found this on a Facebook page. Everyone's installing them. At home, on tricycles, on electric cars, because it's become essential.
One thing's for certain is the
Chinese. You know, got a lion right there. No praise Yahweh Shema Shah, the water Yahweh Shema Shah.
Chinese catch on to this, they will start sending us tricycles with the panels already built in.
At over $500 for the panel and installation, the system isn't within everyone's reach. Laura was able to afford it with help from relatives abroad.
We're working on the electrical wiring for the tricycle's panel, so it runs perfectly.
It's in this
I don't think it's gonna work because you gotta have something to regulate that shit, and it gotta be a charger or charge controller. And you know, I don't know what kind of battery bro got. Is it a deep cycle battery or whatever wet battery, dry battery? Is it a damn lithium battery or I don't know.
But this electronics
certain ways you got to charge the shit.
Engineer was the first to design this prototype.
There was a technical hurdle. The solar panel has a voltage limit. We found this solar controller, which is what we have fitted here.
There we go.
And what it does is boost the voltage.
That was 4 months ago. Since then, requests have been pouring in.
Trying to hot rod their electric carts.
Historically great.
Goddamn burn rubber when the United States come and invade them. Shit.
Breakthroughs have always come out of crisis. What matters isn't standing still. What matters is that whenever you hit a limitation, you find the best possible way to solve it.
Hey man, it's like they have nothing, and the Lord give Israelites the ingenuity to make nothing into something. Shit, we don't have all the great. Just like motherfucker be hating on me. I work on this old truck I have. Well, I still got that shit, but I ain't bothered with it anymore. I'm not trying to spend all that money doing this and doing that. I get compliments on doing certain things that doesn't look perfect to other people, but it works for me, and it works. And certain things I do this way, that way, shit. People don't like, cause they bitch ass niggas. They hate. And just like these bitch ass niggas over in America, they hating on Cuba. When I'm talking about bitch ass niggas in America, I'm talking about Esau. Them bitch ass niggas, they hating on they hate on Jake. Period. It ain't just here in Cuba, all over the world, especially in America. They hate our asses. They want to kill us, get rid of us. Even these punk ass other heathen nations.
Refuel blockade.
Look at Jake. Jake just putting things together, zip tying shit up and praying it hold together.
The communist island is undergoing an
Why they call it a communist island? Well, get the fuck out of here. Look, they ain't even got nothing. The Russia, communist China, I mean, their buildings look nice and pretty. They still collapse, but they look nice and pretty. Cheaply built. But they're decrepitated here. Shit. I wouldn't consider this place no damn communist. It's just United States just shitting on them.
Accelerated energy transition, driven by the resilience of its people.
And who else? This country was ruled by the Spaniards. Where the help at from them niggers? None.
What the fuck is going on in this world?
Yeah, man.
All the fucking wars that are going on, toxins that are everywhere in our water.
Oh yeah, let's get to that. Let me show you. This is you. It's coming from GMS Dedication. Like, subscribe if you want to. This up to you. Be edified. Be best you do so. There go the title of it. The Stress of the Nations. I guess I'll play it all. Where we at? No, I won't be able to play all that video, but I'll play as much as I can.
In our food, in our clothing, microplastics, in our brain, in our uterus, in our balls, fucking glyphosate being sprayed everywhere where I'm walking my dog, people that are having trauma, people that are physically sick, being made for everything, everyone, and taking so many medications instead of going to natural solutions. Being slaves of this society where we have to work like full-time jobs in order to make ends meet. Rents are going up, unable to buy a house. People are scared to connect, so addicted to social media, porn, drinking, drugs, all suppressing everything because most of us are unable to deal with life.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. And who is the wicked that's ruling this world? Esau, even so-called white man, but he ain't white, he's red. He's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot nigger named Amalek. Yep. And look how the world is all fucked up. When you got wicked rules ruling the world, the people gonna be fucked up and everything gonna be messed up, and even the animals are fucked up and messed up. Didn't they recently say something about a sheep? Yeah. You got gay sheeps. Yeah, gay sheeps. The sheep's all jacked up in the mind. I don't know where is this at. Let me look that up. Sheeps turn gay. Homosexual behavior in sheep. Goodness gracious. Look at this nigga here. He probably been banging them sheeps. There's a shepherd saved gay ram from the slaughter. Get the fuck out of here. Oh man, this is on the what is the channel? The Dodo channel. This was six fucking hours ago. Oh my goodness, this is recent. Look at this nigga.
Did you know that roughly 1 in 12 rams isn't attracted to females?
I wonder why. Maybe because of guys like him turned them out. He freaked them out. He popped their anus. They rammed the anus.
Yep. Rams can be gay too.
Get the fuck out of here. Man, what the? This is recent. 6 hours ago. And ain't that the spirit I was just talking about, gay sheep? And here they go. Talking about some goddamn recently. Rams can be gay too.
And while that's a much needed reminder that same-sex attraction isn't nearly as unnatural as some people claim.
Come on, bro. What is Esau trying to say, bro? No, the world is just fucked up. And they threw everything off balance. Everything's out of order. Fuck out of here. And these fucking niggers. Goodness gracious. Welcome to... What? Ram Ranch. Man, get the fuck out of here. Everything need to be nuked, man. Everything need to be destroyed. It's like this.
With a heartbreaking reality. Many gay rams are considered useless by breeders because they...
Oh, hold on. They said it's what?
Comes with a heartbreaking reality. Many gay rams are considered useless by.
They're useless. They're absolutely useless if they turn gay. But what made them turn gay?
Breeders, because they won't reproduce. And
that's a message to you humans. You're useless because you don't want to reproduce. Shit. You want to, you know.
For that reason alone, many end up with a ticket straight, pun intended, to the slaughterhouse.
Hey, ain't that supposed to be? That's like, hey, the slaughterhouse is representing the stoning. They find out you're YMCA, you gonna get some stones in your face, nigga. If you YMCA, hey. Shit.
But one shepherd in Germany decided.
Oh my goodness, now I'm gonna save these sheep. Yeah, he gonna.
This didn't sit right with him.
Y'all are anti-LGBTQRAM for Ram.
At his farm in Westphalia, Michael Stuka has created a safe haven for gay rams who would otherwise
I'm pretty sure that nigga's a faggot.
have been killed simply because they prefer other males. Today, dozens of rescued rams.
Oh my goodness, they all gonna be humping each other until they get some ram AIDS or some shit.
Live peacefully on his property. But Michael wanted to do more than just save them.
Rainbow wool. Oh, they need that nuke, bro. They need some nukes, man. This nigga definitely.
He wanted to challenge the way people think about animals, sexuality, and acceptance.
I guess this shit gonna be my thumbnail. Yeah, I'm gonna go and make sure I put this up here as my thumbnail. Let me see if I get a thumbnail. Yeah, it's a thumbnail. Fucking need some nukes, nigga.
So he launched a company called Rainbow Wool. It's meant.
Wow. I have to say that is catchy. And the wool coming from pure gay sheeps and rams. Oh my goodness, man. That's pretty catchy. But fuck that shit.
Mission is simple. Take in gay rams and give them a safe place to live. The sheep's wool is then harvested and turned into products ranging from knitwear to baseball caps. Proceeds
Esau getting a pass for this shit.
supporting LGBTQ.
The fuck out of here. All you niggas need. Every one of you buying these motherfucking merchandise, your ass need to get nuked, nigga.
Plus causes across Germany. Not so useless after all. What started as a
You're still useless. Need to be vaporized.
mission to save gay rams has even made its way onto the fashion world stage, with Rainbow Wool's wool featured in a collection by designer Michael Schmidt that debuted on a New York City catwalk. While the collection is currently sold out, Michael is already working on future
Alright. What the fuck is this?
releases. In the meantime, supporters can sponsor one of his very lovable gay sheep, helping him rescue even more rams who need a safe place to call home. It's a reminder that diversity exists throughout the animal kingdom, and that every animal, and human, deserves a chance to live safely and exactly as they are.
Nigga, please. Shit. Need to be destroyed, bro. Needs to be destruction for them creatures. And the Lord gonna bring it. You know what? I'm in, okay, I'm probably in, how can I say this shit? I've already got this video long enough. It's already about almost 1 hour long. Yeah, it's already 1 hour. But I'm gonna say this: if you want to watch the rest of this video, there go the title, there go the channel. Get edified, and that's all I gotta say, man. But this bitch definitely need that judgment. And yes, animals, they get it too. You see what's going on? How did the sheep become, or how did the fuckers become gay? I guess that grass is tainted with some weird shit. I don't know. Or either their owners probably popped them in the rear end. And that's shit. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Unless they didn't have, no, there ain't no way in here they gonna end up screwing. I don't know, bro. I know one thing, the Lord's about to come and straighten things out. That's all I gotta say, man. But is there anything else? Yeah, the gay sheep, man. I wonder what's this up about. Yeah, I gotta get a thumbnail. Anyway, seek the Lord by seeking His prophets and take heed. Man, fact, let me get one more scripture if I can find something. I know they ain't got no scripture about gay animals, but it's still considered to be an abomination, though. That's for sure. Goddamn useless. There what they are. They useless. Well, they got some use. The slaughterhouse become food. Shit. And the rest of the wool they take, man, you just turn it into a jacket. Turn it into some underwear or something. Or bra. Yep. Where's the... Goodness gracious, bro. I don't even know where that country at, where them gay ass sheep or lambs or... I ain't like it matters. They gotta be nukes, gotta keep paying them niggas a visit. Okay, I can't find... Okay, I think I... No. Well, let me see. Well... Cause ain't no telling how the hell the Rams became gay. Doing under nature, not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, oh yeah, this is something else. I don't even have that scripture, man. The only ones I have is about Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's counting humans. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna close it out. I can't remember what that scripture had. It was about the order of. I think it was a scripture about orders of animals and or whatever. But anyway, I'm just gonna close it out. I don't want to make this video too long. But seek the Lord by seeking His prophets and take heed what they say and pray like heaven, the Lord destroy this place fast. Cause I'm sick and tired of this place. That's something new. I don't say when I'm closing out. But seek the Lord by seeking His prophets and take heed to what they say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting of Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and none but the truth and name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep faith, and you trust strong Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and bless to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.